Okay. This video is gonna suck, man. Honestly, this video is gonna suck because I've taken so much time off and I feel like awkward and shit, you know? I feel like that just fucking awkward as fuck. Um, my voice is like lower than normal right now because I'm sitting in here. If you want to know what I'm inside of, because it looks different than like a normal house or something. It is a bomb shelter. So I'm in the bomb shelter, but I don't want anybody to hear me. It's not a very well built bomb shelter. So, it's like I don't really care if people hear me or not, but it's just like I'm normally a pretty quiet person, and it's just a little bit like uncharacteristic, I guess, for like people that know me in real life, that I would be like making content and talking and shit like that. And yeah, I feel a little bit weird about that, but it's just like I know that it's like just something you have to kind of shake off. So I'm just kind of going for it anyway, but it's like, oh, it's like that weird feeling, when you're like trying to sit in front of the camera and talk. And honestly, I should talk louder. I should talk like this volume, right? Like this volume is probably like, this is like my speaking voice. If I'm like out and about and I'm really comfortable and shit, I'm probably speaking like about this loud, but it's just like, oh, it's like I don't know if I want to be fucking talking that loud right now, because I feel like people can hear like every word I'm saying, but it's like, why do I give a shit about that? Why do I give a shit about that? I don't know. It's that fear of cringe or something. People are gonna be like, what is he doing in there? Is he making a video? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's so fucking retarded. But anyway, let's talk for a little bit, and let's just like make a fucking shit video. Like, just let's kind of let's get over this, like, this awkward first couple of steps, because it's always going to be a little awkward doing this shit, right? Especially when you're like just first getting things moving along, or you're getting back into it, or you've been on a hiatus, or whatever you want to call it. Let's just kind of get used to talking and stuff a little bit. And I think a good thing to talk about, we're not going to get so much into like serious crazy stuff, but it's been a little bit over a year since I got braces on, dude. I got my teeth like straightened out, and they're like in pretty good shape right now, like compared to how they were a year ago when I got them on. I really didn't think my teeth were like that bad. Like, when I would look back, see, this is the part of the video where I would like a little fucking cool like picture of like the before. I don't even really want to show you guys that. Like, it just looked like shit. But it wasn't like terrible. Like some people have like really, really bad teeth. Like some people have like, you'll see it and you're just like, how is this not your first priority above like breathing? Like, should be to go address this. But mine weren't really like quite that bad. But when I do look back, now that I'm like used to them being straighter, I'll look back to how they were like a year ago, and I'll be like, okay, they were like worse than I thought they were. They were worse than I remember. It was mainly like, I don't know, my bottom row was like kind of further back than the rest, and like some of this shit was up on the top, wasn't looking too good. It was just like, you get used to them in an improved state, and you look back and you're like, yeah, we went like that. We rocked that old sort of shit for like way too long. Like, definitely should have got this done much earlier. And I guess that's the main thing I'd want to get across in this video, is like, if you are thinking about making some of these like cosmetic improvements to yourself, if there's like some stuff that is bothering you, namely like your teeth, if you want to get that stuff worked on, if you're thinking basically simply like, should I get braces on my teeth? Should I go through that process and, get my teeth straightened out? The answer is easily Easily, yes. And almost, I would almost say yes by like all means necessary. Like some people would be like, if you have the funds for it, or just some like gay shit. Like, if you can make it work, if you're ready to take the step, if you're like blah, 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 blah. No, I'm going to say like, if you are like a human being of any sort of ambition, I would say it's imperative that you get your teeth aligned, because we live in a world of aesthetics these days. Everybody, especially for like for guys, I mean, and for women too, aesthetics are just incredibly important unless you are like some sort of major outlier. You've like inherited money, or you're like an Asmongold type of person who is like almost sort of part of your appeal is like a little bit of your like your griminess. You're the Roach King or something. Those type of people finding success is much more few and far between than if you just kind of cover your bases. You kind of get your teeth looking good. You lose some weight. You get in a good position physically. You really want to prioritize your looks in this life, in this realm, in 2026. Things are just much more different now. You know, we're seeing all this like automation. We're seeing kind of, you know, I guess mostly I'm speaking to men. Like, you know, we're seeing like women are making a lot of their own money. So they're not like looking to guys for like that provider role anymore. They're looking just for like guys that are fucking hot. They want you to be like good looking. They want you to be fucking like jacked. They want you to be cute. They do not want you to be fucking ugly. Nobody is really going to respect you at all these days anymore if you are ugly. And I don't know like who really needs to hear that, or you know, I know people are going to hear that and they're going to think like, oh my gosh, this guy is, I don't know why like this type of content. I guess you could consider this. You're probably going to consider my type of content as I continue to talk and like put out more videos. You're going to be like, okay, he's like a red pill type of guy. I don't know why people consider this, like they always want to object to this stuff, because for some people, hearing the cold hard reality, like it triggers them emotionally. Even though it's the best thing that would like help them in life would be like somebody being honest with them and somebody telling them like, yeah, your life is rough right now because you are ugly and you're not going to get any women being ugly, so that's why you're lonely. And instead of like complaining about shit, you need to do everything in your power to change it. Instead of like hearing that honest advice and wanting to act on that, they they get like triggered by that shit, and they get mad at the messenger. So I don't know. People are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but it's true in this life, 2026. If you are ugly, you are not going to find success, as a general rule. You know, you can be ugly and you can kind of like move up some sort of corporate ladder a little bit, and you can be like that reliable worker guy that is gonna, you know, basically fill the role for the company, and you're gonna be like, they're gonna be able to plug you into the spots they need, and they're gonna be able to use you. But if you are really wanting to be like sort of like a self-employed, successful guy who's like the face of a company, and is like people are looking at you, and if you're really trying to hit like a high level of success, you need to prioritize being as attractive as possible. So I would say 100% get your teeth fixed by all means necessary. I would recommend doing the braces, because then you can kind of like actually start to align your actual teeth up into like the right alignment. And then, you know, I think some people like skip that and they go straight for fucking veneers or something, even when the teeth are still kind of jacked up. I'm not exactly sure what the downsides of that are, but just my intuition tells me like even if you do end up going the veneer route, which I may still look into that when this is all said and done, and it might not be like right away. I'm probably going to get this done. I'm going to whiten them and stuff as much as possible. And then I'm going to rock with that for a little bit. But I don't even know why I wanted that monitor back on. I didn't like the change, and I didn't like the paradigm change there. But yeah, I may still look into the veneers someday. But for now, I'm gonna like just have the teeth get finished. I'm gonna like whiten them as much as I can and kind of see how that turns out. I know like the orthodontist is gonna kind of like smooth out some edges and stuff, so I think they're gonna look pretty sick. I don't really want to do the veneers because it's like, you're like filing down the edges of your teeth and you're sticking this artificial thing over top of them. I would kind of much rather just my normal teeth look as good as they possibly could. But who knows? If I go all the way and I get them whitened and I'm just still not 100% satisfied, then I'd still be up for maybe the veneers or something. Because yeah, you want to look as good as possible. You want your teeth looking good, skin. I definitely got to do like some work on my skin and stuff like that, which I'll get into as well. It's one thing at a time. And the name of this channel, not literally, but like the focus of this channel is just going to be on self-improvement and sort of mindsets and like the way we need to approach some of these issues that are plaguing a lot of guys, right? Plaguing a lot of people, but I would say like mainly men. So yeah, it's totally worth it. Go for it, even if you have to go into debt for it, right? That's like a meme or something that's going around a lot. Like, do this thing even if you have to go into debt for it. With the braces, just figure it out, man. You got to come up with like 5 to 7K somehow or another. Get them on and like don't be scared of it. I would say the financial aspect of it has been like the most difficult to deal with. Like, yeah, you get it on the first week, super sore, and you start to be like, holy shit, how long we got to do this? But then it's fine. Like, after a while, it's fine. Like, you get used to it. The soreness, you put them on as it's making the major shifts, the soreness kind of comes to a peak, and then it fades, and then it just feels like you don't have anything on. Like right now, I can be like, like it doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. So it's like it's only like the few days following the adjustments where it's pretty sore, and it might hurt to eat a lot. But it's just not that bad. It's basically, you're like, the time is going to go by anyway. The 2 years is going to go by anyway. Or in my case, I think they're going to be knocking this out hopefully in just like a year and a half. It's been a year, and I'm not seeing any reasons or any signs like why it wouldn't be on point, right? Like, I think in 6 months they're going to be able to kind of get them off. So it's just a matter of like the time is going to go by anyway, and then in a year and a half, 2 years, 2.5 years, it's like do you want to get it done and like get it over with, and then have like the advantages that brings for the rest of your life? And in my case, yes, and generally yes, because you're not going to be getting anywhere with messed up teeth. Like, as a guy, you're not going to be getting anywhere. Like, you might find a way to gain some success, like if you're like some incredible outlier, but just as sort of the average guy who is trying to kind of get through life and succeed and have people, like, have women be attracted to him and stuff, yeah, unless you're like you're create some kind of a J. Cole type of situation or something for yourself, you're going to be limited by that. You want people to like look at you and be like, dang, that looks good, as opposed to like, yeah, he's a cool guy, but damn, like his fucking teeth are messed up. Like, people, you can still be a cool guy, you can still like attract people, but you don't want them to be like having to overcome hurdles to justify like why they're into you. You don't want them to be like, yeah, he's got a good personality, I like being around him, and but his like, his teeth are kind of jacked, but like whatever, we won't think about it, even though we have to fucking deal with it whenever he's like smiling and shit. And cool people, like the people you really want to kind of hang out and stuff with, it's true, like they're really not gonna give a shit, but it's just you want to open as much doors and stuff as possible. You want people to be sort of attracted to you, to kind of naturally just like want to get to know you. It's just going to make life easier for you. So 100% pursue the braces. They're not that bad. You get them on, you basically just get them on, you keep your teeth clean, and you just let time go by. And sometime in a year and a half, 2 years, you're going to get them off, and you're really going to like bump yourself up in, the sexual market value, and maybe not even sexual, maybe like non-sexual, kind of just because even other men are gonna be like, okay, like he's looking like more put together. He's not looking like some like scraggle tooth dude that's like crawled out of a cave or something. Your just overall market value is probably gonna be boosted by like a solid like 2 points or something. Like honestly, like in terms of your physical appearance, like it's to go from a little bit scraggly to like on point perfect, like that's like a solid like 2 points that you bump up, um, in a world where like people are doing so much for every little, point one, point two, point three. If people can bump themselves up from like a 6 to a 6.3 or a 6.5, like people are going to work hard for that amount of, the ambitious people are going to work hard for that amount of a positive change. So if you can do something where it's like a 2 year investment and you really can gain like a tangible, like people are like, look at you and they're like, damn, like this is a solid improvement, dude, come up with the money, make it happen. Like if you really can't come up with 5K, 7K for something that's like this beneficial for your life, then it's a bad situation. Like by the time you are 18, you need to be like figuring out ways to make money. Like I get it if you're living with your parents or you're in high school, you're really young and they're like neglecting this sort of thing, because that's basically what happened with me. I was sort of neglected. Like I grew up with my grandparents and shit, and I was like neglected in this fashion where it should have just been taken care of. It shouldn't have been something where the parents just like allowed it to not happen. Because if you look at like kids who grow up in sort of like even like mildly affluent households, the parents will make sure that this gets like taken care of. Like they'll be like, yeah, whatever, like he needs to get this done. It's easier to get done when you're younger. By the time you're in like the middle of high school, they're getting off and you look good and you're gaining more friends and your like self-esteem is getting boosted and stuff. It's basically like something that is taken care of by parents who are not neglectful. But sometimes that's just the situation you're in. Sometimes your parents are going to find a way to not do it, or they're going to be like trying to be like, oh, we got to find the best deal or some bullshit, and it's just like a way for them to kind of forget and just be like whatever. So if you're in that kind of like situation, I understand that, but you need to make it happen for yourself, and the sooner the better, because you want to have it set up to where you can live the most of your life reaping the benefits of it. And yeah, so if you're over 18 and you can't figure this out, you need to come up with it somehow. Like I don't want you guys to have this like mindset that some people have where they're just like, man, I could barely afford this or that or this or that. It's like if you really really want something, you'll figure it out. You'll work the extra 2 jobs. You'll not eat as much food or something. You'll do what you got to do. You'll find a way. I think that's like the winner's mindset, is finding a way to accomplish something that they want to accomplish. Don't It's not like we're not talking about like buying a house or something. We're not talking about like buying a mansion. We're not talking about buying like a Lamborghini or something like that. This is like 5 to 7K. So you either need to come up with it or save up for it, and yeah, make it happen, because it's a big investment in yourself. It makes you more hygienic. It makes you more focused on like the long-term future. That's another good thing that this has sort of done for me, is it's like allowed me to sort of condition myself to see more long-term projects and be like, okay, this is like a year and a half investment of time. But it's like I felt good for the most part doing this. Like I felt good because it's like you feel like you're working towards this like better future. You're investing in this better future, even physically. You know, you can see the improvements kind of on like a weekly basis. You'll look and you'll see and you'll be like, oh, I'm actually like getting better looking as the months go on, just because like this, you know, my teeth are getting all straightened out and stuff. So you start to kind of, you almost see physically that it's possible to get yourself to like a better state in life. And that sort of mental process is like really powerful, where you see that it's actually possible to start to like change things in your life into a more positive direction. So yeah, is that everything? Did I cover most of this stuff? Like getting braces, positive, looks maxing, all this stuff. It is good. It's actually, it's true. It's very important. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. So many people, it's fine if you don't want to like win and succeed in life. It's okay. I want this video to be for like the people who know that I'm telling the truth and who actually want to be able to succeed. I'm fine if you're like hate watching this or something. It's cool. Like I want tons of views, I guess, from like hate watching. I don't know. I don't really care. A lot of people will do that and they'll be like, oh, this is vain. The world has gotten so vain, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It's a loser's mindset. You have to know what is important in the year 2026 if you want, you know, to make yourself look more appealing and give yourself a higher chance of success. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. My phone is like at a low percentage. And I just wanted to talk some more and put out another video. I wish this shit was done, honestly. I am a little bit like self-conscious and stuff about it, you know. You don't want to look too like you tried too hard, right? You don't want to look like you tried too hard. You want to just be like, I was born fucking beautiful. I was born with a fucking huge cock and a fucking six pack and like pearly white teeth and shit. You don't want to come off like you're putting in too much effort. But at the same time, I'm just like jonesing to get back into making videos and like talking more and stuff and like sort of trying to grow this channel because I don't know, I need something to work on. I need something to try to grow and try to do, and I need to like get just more used to just like speaking and stuff. Like there's no reason for me to be here in my own little domain and my own little bomb shelter and I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk too loud. And it's not like the fault of anybody around me. The people around me that could even potentially hear me, they probably can't. They're all like the nicest people you could imagine. It's just like, it's totally like in my own head. But it's like, I just need to get this stuff out here and like not give a shit about anything else because it'd be cool to grow a channel. And as far as I can tell, none of the haters, none of the people that think this is cringe, none of the detractors of any form, as far as I can tell, they're not sending me money and trying to help me pay my bills. They're not trying to help me get ahead in life. They're not trying to do anything for me. So I don't know. I think the coolest thing that I could do for myself would be to try to grow the channel and cultivate a little bit of an audience and stuff. So that's gonna be it for today. Very raw videos. That's probably how they're gonna be for a little bit, probably for a long time. I don't really want to change the rawness of things too much. Ultimately, my vision would be to like make it out of this bomb shelter one day, and like maybe I'd have like a nicer background, a little bit better aesthetics and everything. Obviously, as I continue to talk, I'll improve my confidence, improve my delivery and all that stuff. But if you like this kind of raw talk and, you know, that sort of thing, like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your hate comments. I'm sure a bunch of you guys are gonna just have something amazing to say. So let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye.